What's up everyone? In today's video, we're going to be building custom skis for the FMS Ranger and seeing if it can fly in a foot of fresh Alaskan powder snow. Let's get right into it. So for the rear wheels, we want to have something that will attach to this here. So we're going to create the ski section, and then we're going to have a little thing that goes off, and it's kind of going to create a triangle shape that will not only support the rigidity of it, but will also allow it to attach to this, hopefully. So let's do that. All right, ski number 1 is cut out. Let's test fit it. All right, wheel is detached. There's a washer here. I'm gonna remove that real quick. Then, well, now we're gonna put this bolt through this. Now look at that. We're gonna fold this over, and this is going to attach back to this. That should create a nice sturdy ski. All right, let's remove this and copy that. All right, we've got ski number 2. Let's poke a hole in it, and then we can get to attaching these. Let's turn that into a hole. Get it through on the other side too. So first we need a hole in this piece. Then we need a hole, 2 holes in this piece. Let's test that out. And look at that, we've got a nice sturdy ski here. Now let's remove the second wheel so we can attach the second ski. So here we're gonna poke a hole with a zip tie in the front, and then a little ways back. And then we're gonna use that zip tie to create some tension. Now let's repeat that on the other side. Now for the front ski, which is going to be the hard part because we don't really have a good way to attach this. Okay, actually I just came up with an idea on how to attach that. All right, let's see if it flies. But first, we gotta wait for my battery to charge for an hour because apparently I forgot to press the start button. All right guys, we're back. It's about an hour later. The battery's charged and we've got about an inch of extra snow. So let's see how this goes. I have a feeling it's just gonna sink right into the snow, and we might have to do it in some shallower stuff. But instead it stays on the top. Let's see how this goes. It digs itself right in. Let's try taxiing on the stuff that was plowed a couple hours ago, so it's only about an inch deep. This stuff here, it's pretty much guaranteed it'll work here. Yeah, we can even steer. All right, so this road hasn't been plowed since this morning, so it's about the same depth as the driveway. And there's so many cars, my goodness. But it has been driven on a lot, so there are lots of tire marks to go on. So let's start off here, see what we can do. It is still about an inch of snow, so let's get her up. All right, we're up. It flies pretty great with the skis attached even. Although it does seem more prone to stalling and a little bit more pitchy. Let's just straight up try and land it. See how it lands with the skis attached. And it does it. And let's try landing a little closer to the camera so you guys can get a better view. Yeah, it seems like it only works in 1 to 2 inches of snow, not a whole foot. There we go. Okay, we're gonna try one more thing. We're gonna try taking off with a hand launch and landing it in that deep snow over there. We're up. Ooh, we're a little low here. Let's try that one more time. I think if we come in with a more nose up attitude and not on the uphill, we'll have more success with that. All right, let's get an approach set up here. Ooh, and we stalled it. I was trying to bring it in that nose up attitude and I pulled a little too hard on that stick at too low of a speed. Yeah, no shot there, guys. I'd say this was a mixed success. We did get some good flying and it did work on the shallow snow, but in a foot of powdery snow, that's not gonna work. Probably if the snow is a little more packed down after a couple days, this will work, but in completely fresh powdered snow, I don't think any ski design would work. If you like this video and wanna see more DIY projects or just more RC planes, make sure you like this video and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I'll see you guys next time.